Good morning. I am outside with 5 dogs, including my foster puppy, Sport. Off in the distance there playing with Pizzazz. They really enjoy running together, playing together, and Perk, who's also in your view, also will sometimes join in. Sport can be a little bit much for older dogs, and I have 2 older dogs, an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and they are not wild about him, so they usually remove themselves from the picture when playtime is going on. But Pizzazz loves to play. She's 5 years old, a cattle dog mix. Sport, of course, is a purebred cattle dog puppy. He's about 9 or 10 weeks old, and he is up for any adventure. He's a very active puppy. He gets along great with people and with other dogs, and he really loves playing. He will still need work on house training. He's off to a good start. He does pee and poop when he comes outside. We're working on crate training as well. He will need, throughout his life, plenty of appropriate physical and mental exercise. Mental exercise being really key. It's not going to be enough to just take him for walks. He's going to need a hiking partner or some kind of sport to participate in, or lots of enrichment, lots of game playing, lots of training. He would honestly be a really terrific competitive obedience dog, competitive agility dog, or if you're not into competing, just doing those things for fun to keep his brain busy and engaged. He's a lovely, lovely puppy. After a play session like this, he'll come in the house and he'll rest for a couple of hours, and so he does have the ability to calm down and chill when it's appropriate, as long as he's gotten the amount of physical and mental exercise that he needs. So right now he gets 1 or 2 training sessions every day and plenty of playtime with other dogs. That was Thori, who just crossed our path in front. That's my 11-year-old, so he stays above the fray as much as he can. But Sport and Pizzazz are really having a good time this morning. He doesn't feel that he needs to play all the time. He can be out here and just hang out with the other dogs, and that's fine too. He's a very bold puppy. He will sometimes, when we're out here playing, he'll hop up on my low dog walk. I have it at the lowest setting so that it'll be safe for him. It's only about a foot at the highest point right now. There is that seesaw in the background, but he's showing no interest in that, and it's kind of off in the corner of the yard, so it's not as accessible. But the dog walk, which you'll see in a minute, I think, there it is. He does like to jump up on that, and he sometimes will walk a good portion of it. And there's some weave poles and a jump that the wind blew over last night. So he's getting visually in tune to different kinds of things in his environment. I use a rollator, and he's been fine with that. So he's been exposed to a lot of things. He's been exposed to people of all ages. My adult son came over yesterday, so there was some exposure to a man, and he just seems to like everybody. As a young puppy, he did live with children, so he's had some exposure to children, but we would probably not recommend a family with young children simply because he is a cattle dog, he is mouthy, He likes to take hold of my pants leg and tug on it when we first come out. That's easy to fix with him. It wouldn't be with all dogs. Some dogs would be more persistent about it. But he actually, if you stand still for just a few minutes, he will stop tugging and will go off and find something more interesting to do. And then even if you start to walk again, he's lost interest in the pants. So he's a really good puppy. He's an awesome little dog. He's going to be a lot of fun for a new owner. There's Twyla now along with Thori in the picture. Twyla, enough. So Twyla can be a bit much. She started to hump him a little bit. That's when I told her enough. And she's very growly in her play style. That growling doesn't mean aggression. That's just the way she is. She has a growly play style. He does like to chew things a lot. He likes to pick up and carry things. He likes to play tug. When I play tug with him, I play very gently because he is just a baby and I don't want to pull too hard and I don't want to be shaking him back and forth because I want to be very careful of his little baby neck and his little baby teeth. So he can begin to learn to play tug and he can learn about give and take with a person. But I'm very careful to be gentle with him, and I let him win a lot because that makes the game a lot more fun. So if he starts to tug a little bit harder than I want him to, I'll just let go so that he's not going to get hurt. You can see just how sunny it is. The shadows are incredible today. Hey, Sport. He does not know his name. I've not used it a lot with him. It'll be easy for his new owner to change his name should they want to do that. He does like to dig. He likes to dig with his nose and bite things. You know, cattle dogs were bred for controlling cattle with their teeth. So cattle dogs tend to be very nippy, bitey, very into their mouths. That they can certainly learn to be gentle, and he is, for the most part, pretty gentle with his teeth. He came into rescue with 3 siblings, so that was good that they had each other for a good amount of time to learn about appropriate dog play and about being gentle with their teeth. That's called bite inhibition, and that's an important thing that all puppies learn in their litter as long as they stay with their litter long enough. Now Twyla's telling him off a little bit. She doesn't really want to be with him right now, but she's being very appropriate. That's good. Every dog that comes to my house, every foster that I've had, falls in love with Pizzazz. They just think she's the cat's meow, and they'll play with her. They'll follow her around. So once again, this is Sport, my foster puppy. He's a purebred cattle dog, about 9 or 10 weeks old, and available for adoption through the Australian Cattle Dog Rescue Association. You can fill out an application at www.acdra.org. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoy my videos, hit the subscribe button and the like button below. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.